Hi, good morning. How are you doing today? This is Pranav. In my earlier video, we talked about backup, restoration, and other things. So today we are going to talk about one of my favorite topic, okay, which is designing an index and finding the right column in the right order. Before that, I would like to tell you a small, short story. Okay, so this is about one of the code which is very crucial for my organization, and this is supported by one of the vendor, and they have put an index as an hint in one of the procedure. Okay, and this is something which is, as I said, it's very critical and crucial in a way that whenever we have a downtime, this is basically a bank, so we have downtime once in a while for some activity or some maintenance thing on the server side or on the network side or on the disk side, so all that thing. So whenever it is done, then we have a downtime. So we need to ensure, or finance or other department has to ensure that the overall balance should be intact. It should not be changed during the activity. They just want to ensure that there is nothing which came in between the downtime. So when there was downtime, so whatever the state was database, it is same state after the activity, after the downtime. Okay, so that report was basically running for almost half an hour, and that basically iterates through all the branches of the bank. Okay, so it was almost taking half an hour, and so this execution of a report is basically added into the downtime. Okay, so suppose this takes half an hour and the downtime is for like 2 hours. So 2 hours downtime plus when the channels are down or when all the activities are shut down, then we take this report. So 2 hour plus half an hour, and again when the activity is completed, then again you have to run this report. Then we have to like compare that based on each customer, each GL, and each no currency, and we have to see all of them are correct. So 2 hour plus half an hour before and half an hour after. So it became like 3 hour of downtime, right? So if the duration of this could be reduced marginally, that will help in reducing the downtime. So this was very important. So I was looking at that and I figured out that what has been done by our vendor is they have put an index hint in one of the code which is the most resource intensive and time consuming. So what did I do is I checked that piece of code and I ran it separately as a statement, and I removed the index hint just to cross check that no, this is really using that index. To my surprise, this was not using that index at all. Okay, so I was at a loss that what no, why they have no, given this as an index hint. So then I ran at two different places, one with the index hint and other one without the index hint. And as I said, both of them were using two different index. One with the index hint was using that index, and other one was using some different index. Okay. Then I compared the logical reads of the tables and time statistics. What I figured out, the mine one is better. The one, it's not mine one, you can say the one which is chosen by optimizer is far better than what they have hinted. Okay. So then I compared with the index which it is choosing right now and with the index which they are hinting right now. So both of them, I figured out that the combination of columns which they are using and the combination of column which it is using by itself without having hint, both of them are not exactly tallying. Both of them are totally different. Okay, some of the common columns are there, like branches, branch ID, branch code, or branch uh, description, and other things like currency code and all. But the key column, okay, which makes it very selective, was not there in either of them. Okay, then I thought maybe we should do something totally different, something which will really add a value into this. So then I started, and as I said, it iterates through all the branches. So then I started looking at the selectivity of those column which is part of join with the other table or with the where clause. All that I started, and then I figured out that there is a third index which is required. Okay, and that would really reduce the logical read. That will also reduce the time, CPU time and other time. Okay, the overall query execution time. So I designed that index. I did the testing. Now, just to give a background, this comes from a vendor who is really having good name and fame. Okay, so to question them on their code was a big deal, right? So I should have been really prepared. I should have been really solid background before I present my case to them. Because they have set of DBAs, it's not one or two DBA, and they are there from years, 15 years, 20 years, like that. Okay. So before really presenting my case, I had to be on a solid background, on a solid proof with the solid you can say materials. Okay. So I did all that. I actually prepared three different documents. One with the hint, second with the chosen index by optimizer, and the third one with my new index. Okay, so my case was, first you should remove the hint. Okay, second case was that the index which optimizer is using is not really the optimum one. We should create another index. Okay, and that way I sent it to them. They really took a long time to respond after continuous follow up and having some calls with them. They didn't say anything, but they said, okay, let's go ahead and test it in the test environment and see how it is. So I already told them that yes, it has been tested. So okay, then go ahead, we'll monitor it and we'll see how it is in it performs in production. And to a great surprise, the execution time of that particular procedure came down from 30 minutes to somewhere around 14 minutes something. Okay, so this was a great saving in terms of downtime. Okay, so before, as I said, we used to have two times of the report execution. It used to add up in the downtime. So it was like 2 hours of downtime plus 1 hour, so it was 3 hours. Now it came down to like 2.5 hours. So every time we saved on our downtime. So this was a great thing. This really helped me in getting one of the most prestigious award of my organization. Okay, so this was really good. Now this brings me to the second topic of this video. Should you hint the index to optimizer to your query? With this example, as we saw, it's not good. Right? But then recently I came up with something. I really saw something which is extraordinary. Okay, this is about another procedure. So, and this is used basically for checking the balance. So when you check the balance, the complete thing should finish in less than a second or maximum 2 seconds. Should not really take time. But as I said, it's a bank, and checking balance in the bank with each, for each customer, they have multiple things. Okay, so they need to check whether some checks have been deposited, have they been cleared, does he have any standing instruction which is supposed to be cleared very soon. There are so many business things which I'm not really aware, but they have to go through each and every table to figure it out that yes, how much balance is really there in his account or in her account. So this was not having index hint, and since I told you that I am really good in you can say designing an index and finding the right order of that. So I saw what they were having was not really accurate, so I designed one. So the logical read came down from some 1.3 millions to 6. Okay, after this index, this was amazing. This was really amazing. The duration came down from 8 seconds to 0.6 seconds. Okay, that was the duration that we saved. But then it was not really working as I was expecting it to be. Okay, so what happened? Then I checked the execution plan and all. What I used to see is it does vary with time. Okay, it doesn't really choose the index which I have suggested or which I have created for this particular query to run. So why was it not choosing that? This was a big question for me. Afterwards, I saw that the data distribution is really bad in this particular table. So for branch, say for 100 branch, 101 branch, 102 branch, so there are different branch codes, and each of them, the data is totally different. I mean, some of them are having records in millions, whereas some others are having records in thousands only, or some of them are really having hundreds. Okay, that's how the bad distribution of data was. Okay, so what I was suspecting, this is something which is similar to parameter sniffing in SQL Server. This looked to me like it is going in that particular way, that particular order. So what do you do for parameter sniffing? You know that it's really very difficult to handle and find a solution of that. In Sybase, we do not have anything. I mean, this has not been really documented, but I saw that this is really going on that pattern. Okay. So then what I decided is, let's put this index as a hint and see how it works. So when I put that as a hint and I checked at the multiple time, so all the time it was finishing in less than a second. So this was really good. So then I proposed a change to them and they agreed, the vendor agreed, and then we made the change. And so far it has been going well. Okay. Now I am talking two totally opposite things here. At one point where the index hint was there, and at the other point where index hint wasn't there, but I suggested them to use. So now there is no such thing called perfect scenario. Okay. So in one scenario that was not really good. In the other scenario that is really good. So in order to design the index, in order to arrive at a point wherein you say that no, index hint is required or it's not required, you need to know your data. Okay, so you are a good DBA, or you are good in performance tuning, or good in designing index, or finding the right column, finding the right order is very important. Okay, or it becomes easier when you know your data, or at least you could check with your core team or development team or operation team or whichever team is there. Okay, you need to work with them. You need to understand the quality of data and the data distribution. Distribution of data is very important for designing the index. Now, just a disclaimer here: index hint will not fail in Sybase ASE. However, if you are using SQL Server, it's a big no. It's a strongly discouraged. Why? Because in case the index is dropped by anyone, your query will fail right away. That's not the case in Sybase. Okay, in Sybase, even if somebody drops your index, eventually in the future your query will not fail. It will choose the another index which is available there. So this is something good about Sybase. Okay, but then we also need to see SQL Server. I mean, I'm not here to compare SQL Server and Sybase ASE. In some terms, SQL Server is far better. In some terms, Sybase is more flexible, having more features and many other things. So it all depends. So in this particular video, I just wanted to emphasize that index hint, is it always bad? I would say no. Is it always good? I would say no. So it depends on the situation. It depends on which scenario you are trying to address, and then designing the index. So in both the cases, designing index is very good. Okay, I am getting my lab ready, so maybe in the few days time I will have my lab ready, and then I will really show you like how to design the index in the right way. Okay, based on selectivity. I have learned all of this from my SQL guru. Actually, I am a big follower and big fan of Mr. Brent Ozar. Okay, I really follow him and I watch his videos. I have taken his training. Okay, so that has really helped me, and I apply almost same technique here in Sybase ASE, and that really helps me. And in some case, as I said, parameter sniffing, and there are other things which is there in SQL Server which is not here, but literally you can say it has been translated here. Okay, because SQL Server is inherited from Sybase. Okay, afterwards they have done a lot of changes, but actually at an engine level there are still some similarity. Okay, so this video I just want to recap that Sybase ASE hinting is always not a good choice, not a good thing. But not hinting is not a it's not something that you should not do or you cannot do, or you there is nothing like always or never. So that's the understanding of it. Now, a part of designing index, I will deal them. I will explain them in another video. So as of now, this was about how index hint could be really good and how index hint could really be bad. So this actually talks about both the scenarios for the same thing. So that was all about index hint in this particular video. I hope you liked it. Okay, if you do have any question, please do let me know, and I would really be happy to address that or to make a video of that. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. Have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.